Before I get started, y'all, I just want to give a trigger warning because some of the things that I may discuss during this conversation will be sensitive for people, okay? Not everybody's going to be prepared to have this conversation in the first place. I'm currently saging the space, saging my energy because there's definitely a huge power struggle right now, not just in the world, but in our own personal lives for those of us that are light workers, for those of us that are earth angels, for those of us that are on any type of spiritual quest right now with the intention of leading the collective to higher altitudes. Okay, so this conversation really is not for the weak. It's not for motherfuckers that are not ready to actually face the facts and do something about it rather than just talk about it, cry about it, vent about it. Because we do need to do all of those things, but we also do need to do something. And that something starts with gathering. We cannot be effective all on our own. There are things that we definitely can do, but we cannot be effective all on our own. So currently what you hear in the background is a healing frequency, okay? I'm playing a root chakra frequency. I don't know when it's going to pop into a commercial, but when it does, I'll just try to turn that down so it tunes out whatever we're cultivating here with the root chakra, okay? Because I do want us to stay rooted. I have been extremely triggered, and of course that's natural, but the triggering just seems consistent and more frequent because the more that comes out in the media. And let's be clear, I'm not one that just sits around and watches the media. I don't sit around doing a fucking thing, actually. Like, I'm not one to just sit stagnant because I'm always active, I'm always in motion, even in my damn sleep. And that's real. But there's a lot happening right now. There's a huge power struggle right now. Yeah, good versus evil, light versus dark. We dealing with motherfuckers who do not want to give up their little thrones, their little soapboxes, because they feel like they've gotten too comfortable where they're at. But the problem is where they have arrived, the height that they've reached is only because they had to snake somebody, multiple people, for that spot of power. And that's the thing. People are so seduced by power, they will do anything, even murder. And that is very disturbing to me for obvious reasons. I think about what they've been doing to me and how they've been stopping at nothing to try to stop me, which makes me realize that number one, I'm being very effective. Number two, I'm fucking powerful and clearly way more powerful than them. And number three, I can't stop, especially not when shit starts to get tough. The only reason why I feel triggered is because I feel like I want to do even more than what I'm doing now. I just put up a few blog posts over on coachomi.com talking about the forecast for this Virgo season and specifically for the month of September, okay, in terms of the astrology transits and all that good stuff. But I also wanted to add this to the equation because I do try to keep it as light as possible, because I know that there's a very mixed audience that's going to be viewing the stuff that I'm writing on this public domain. So come over to this public domain. This is my thought process. Come over to this public domain and talk about the deeper shit. Okay. That's what the Divine Disruption channel is for. It's for really getting to the heart of the matter, the core of the situation. Yes, the scams, the scandals, the drama. Because we gotta speak about it, but do more than speak about it. We gotta organize together, band together, and figure out how the fuck to defeat this shit. But I guess I'm doing a damn good job all on my own, because motherfuckers are still stopping at nothing, trying to spy on me, trying to get into my energy, my Akashic records, and try to see what I'm doing. The fuck you trying to pull tarot cards on me for? You ain't never gonna get the truth, babe. I told you once, I told you twice, I told you a billion times. I know when you're trying to peek into my energy. And I'm always going to confuse the fuck out of you with a bunch of lies. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Stop trying to spy on me. You ain't never gonna figure out what I'm doing. You ain't never gonna figure out my next move. I'm always keep you confused because you're not doing what you're doing for the right reasons. You're a tyrant. And you need to be taken down. You need to be put out your fucking misery. Right now, all over the media, all I'm seeing is spiritual leaders and religious leaders being exposed for the snakes that they really are. Motherfuckers that act like they was actually for the people, they're being proven to actually have been for their self. They only worried about the gains that they can get for themselves, how they can put themselves in positions to look like they're the hero. Whole time these motherfuckers are the ones that's causing the chaos. I'm personally sick of seeing those who belong in jail or hell thriving, or seemingly thriving. Because let's be clear, the motherfuckers that are at the height of this scandal, the elites, the billionaires, these motherfuckers ain't even happy. How can they be happy when in order to maintain their power, they have to fucking make a deal with the devil? These motherfuckers are in hell. They're in hell. Quite literally, they're being tormented. And to those of you who are fucking reaching out to me from the other side, for those of you who are reaching out to me from the underworld, talk about, please help me, save me. Fuck no. I wouldn't give you a drop of ice water if my life depended on it. I'd rather perish than help your dirty ass. Because you did too much. And I heard somebody had died recently. Oh well, another one bites the dust. I have no fucking sympathy and no remorse. Anybody that is a tyrant here on this earth, causing harm, inflicting those who are working hard to raise the vibration of the planet, you deserve whatever fucking fate you get. I don't feel bad for none of you bad seeds. The fuck? Help you. Help you? Do you forget how you harmed me? The fuck would I help you for? And to those of you who got amnesia, what did I do that was so bad? Stop doing drugs. Just say no to drugs and just say no to crime. And then maybe your mind won't be so fucking warped to the point where you forget how horrible of a person you were to other people. But I don't think it's forgetting at all. I think that it's selective memory. I think a lot of y'all are in a state of need right now, and you know that you motherfucking went against the wrong one who could have actually helped your dumb ass, and now you recognizing, damn, I should have never fucking went against her. I should have embraced her. And now you're trying to takey backy, and you realize you can't do that because I'm standing on fucking business. Why would I give you a handout when I know you ain't gonna do nothing but turn around and bite the hand that fed you again? Are you crazy? Never mind, don't answer that. I already know the answer. Politically, there's unrest. Collectively, there's unrest. Spiritually, we are all going fucking through it. And I'm not talking about every single day we just, but I mean, those of us who are tapped in, those of us who are living in both realities, our own and the collectives, we recognize that shit ain't right. And somebody got to step up to the plate and help make it right, help make it better. Not come in trying to figure out how they can serve their own selfish needs and desires. Like I said on TikTok, on the last video that I just posted, if you ain't on what I'm on, get the fuck on. I don't want to be around nobody that ain't talking about no shit that can actually progressively put people in positions where they don't have to fucking struggle no more. You know how many people, even college graduates, who don't even have the fucking bare minimum, who can't even make a living wage? Look at what we're dealing with, and not because we have to, because we're choosing. We can create a new reality at any given moment, and it starts with how we consume. Why the fuck are we still going out and fucking spending money on stupid shit? Why? Talking about YOLO. Yeah, motherfucker, but why make the life that you're living a fucking horrible one or a strained one when it doesn't have to be? It could be ease. But we're too weak-minded, too blinded by TikTok shopping all this dumb shit that we don't even recognize the power within. I heard somebody say, you can never be more powerful than a god or a goddess. And I thought to myself, as they continued on with their conversation on how we're just human vessels, I thought to myself, wow, this person is fucking stupid. No shame. I mean, no shade, but like a total moron. How do you not recognize that we are not fucking human vessels? We are within a human vessel. We are a spirit, the spirit, one consciousness. We're not disconnected. How do you think that psychic abilities work? Because we're all one, operating on one motherfucking uniform spirit. We are the Most High because we come from that source energy. For us to come from that source energy means that our DNA is consumed with source energy, with the power to take this shit and turn it into something where everybody can actually thrive. But we fail to recognize the power within us every fucking day and sit there and want to pray to fucking a phantom spirit, hoping that it's just gonna come and save us. No. The Most High is not coming to save us because we have been provided with the tools and the wisdom that we need right within us. And it's because we're not seekers. We're not seeking within. We're seeking externally. We're looking to books and leaders to tell us what's the right way to go, when the blueprint is encoded on our soul. When we die, our energy continues to live on. Why do you think it's so hard for you to forget certain people even after they're gone? Because they're not gone. All I want is for us to recognize the power that we possess, not so that we can take advantage of other people, not so we can parade around and act like we're these cool beings, so we can be validated, but so that we can actually do something to harness that power for the betterment of all people. We have the power to do that, but we refuse. Cause a lot of y'all lazy as fuck. You just want to sit on your motherfucking sofa and just scroll on the internet and be entertained. I can't stand y'all motherfuckers. I can't stand y'all mindless motherfuckers. Y'all are the ones that make me feel like, okay, so what are you here for? If you're not gonna do nothing but just be a puppet, what is the point of your presence? For real. I'm tired of seeing people crying on the internet. Because it's just a repeated cycle. Corruption. All across the world. This is not just happening in the United States. It's not. It's happening in all these third world countries. And it's so crazy because it's like, I get it. On one hand, we have to build up our lives, right? We have to put ourselves in positions to where like we can actually do something about this, right? I get it. What you think I've been fucking doing this whole time? But also it's like in the midst of me building up, like I get to these points where I'm just like, wow, look at all this. Look at all this. How are other people not affected? Like I get it. Everybody's not an empath. Okay, that's fine. Everybody's not ultra sensitive. I get it. That's fine. But like you don't have a heart? Not even a little bit? You don't think to yourself, damn, this is really bad. The homeless crisis in this nation. Insane. How the fuck are all these people homeless, but yet we got billions of dollars that we sitting on? We giving other country fucking money before we give the people on the damn streets money, and then we put them in prison, in jail, whatever the fuck, because it's a crime to be on the streets. Yet no way, no logical way has been made for people to actually not be on the streets, because there's no possibility of making a living wage. The recession has shown me that, like, hey, listen, me personally, I'm going to get to a place where I can grow my own food, harvest my own food, from garden to table, baby. Because I don't know what the fuck they got going on. But every time I go into the supermarket, I'm like, yo, first of all, this shit don't even look real. Okay. And trust me, I got the level of discernment to the point where I can walk into the supermarket and look at some fruit and some vegetables and recognize that that shit ain't even good for me. Because as soon as I eat that, I'm going to feel this particular feeling. This is going to make me sick. This is going to give me a headache. This is going to give me diarrhea. Yeah, I can recognize that shit. It's a soul thing. It's a discernment thing. I recognize when some shit is not good for us. And I ain't that motherfucking hungry. I would rather fast. I learned how to do that as a little girl when I had to starve myself. That's a whole nother topic, though. Imagine going a week without food. Nah, actually, there was a time. There was two times. There was once when I was a teenager and once when I was in my 20s, where I had started a job and I had to wait until I got paid. And y'all know how that shit is. You get that job that you've been waiting to get, and then you gotta wait for them fucking 2 weeks to go by. Whew. Man, my stomach was touching my motherfucking back. My stomach was touching my back, yo. I did it though. Shit. And I guess that just built me up to have a resilience to hunger. Because there comes a point where it's just like my mind completely blanks out. It's like, you know what? You're not even hungry, girl. Just keep on. Woo! But anywho, yeah, I'm not fucking with this recession shit. Everywhere I turn, prices is stupidly priced. Like I be in the supermarket cussing their ass out. Like, who the fuck put this price on this shit? Who did this? Are y'all out of your rabbit ass mind? Who is doing this? Cause I feel like they playing in my face at this point. I don't give a fuck how much of a recession it is. This shit is just at this point, it's just disrespectful. It's just disrespectful. I gotta pay $5 for some toilet paper. One roll. I mean, like one roll. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Because if you do the math, if you buy 4 rolls of toilet paper, if your toilet paper is damn near $20, hello? And then, of course, depending on what part of the city you live in, or if you don't even live in a city, if you live somewhere rural, your prices are going to be even more stupid. I'm tired. It's not even about being tired of this world. It's tired of this reality that we can easily change at the snap of a finger. We can change this shit just like practical magic, baby. But we don't even recognize our own fucking power. Therefore, the crime just continues. The corruption just continues. And these dirty ass, wicked spiritual practitioners just continue with their bullshit. Did I say spiritual practitioners? I meant to say witchcrafters. To fuck? You're not doing nothing to help the collective. You doing something to help yourself. And who the fuck idea was it to want to live forever? Because y'all are weirdos. Y'all want to live forever? Y'all want to be immortal that bad? Listen, I'm gonna give you my immortality in exchange for all of your riches so that I could put people in homes, feed the motherfuckers that's been starving for way too goddamn long, give people the opportunities that they be looking for in terms of their business, in terms of their art. Give me your money and I'll give you my immortality. Okay? Because I know that you know that I got it. I give it to you. You can have it. You can have it. In exchange for all of your funds to go towards the people that really fucking need it, because you ain't doing shit with it anyway. You just you fucking wasting it on stupid shit, because you see that none of your bullshit has worked on me. To fuck every spell, soon as you do a spell, I would just be sitting there in the spirit world like I was trying to do an evil laugh, but I couldn't. It didn't come out right. But that's how I be though, for real. Like, I see your ass coming 10 miles away. Are you dumb? Yes, you are. Don't answer that. I know the answers to the questions before I fucking ask them. It's rhetorical. Hello? You don't get it by now. I'm smarter than the average bear, you dumb fucks. Yeah, I gotta cuss your ass out in the midst of me delivering the messages because I see y'all. I smell you in the spirit. Because just because I'm in this physical body, honey, sweetie, baby, I'm really for real, in a whole nother dimension. Just watching all this shit unfold. And mad as fuck. Because of all the injustice that I'm recognizing that has been happening for so long, it's like I'm thinking to myself, and I'm also tussling with spirit, like, why the fuck are y'all letting this shit happen? And then they just laughing at me like, we can't do nothing about it. Y'all got to do something about it. That's why you here on earth in these bodies in the first place. Okay, you right, but still. It is our connection that we maintain to spirit, to source, that enables us to be able to do something about this corruption, this evil. But if not enough people are tapping in and tapping in collectively, banding together, practicing rituals where it's like on a consistent basis, we are raising the frequency while they're trying to bring it back to hell. That's what my ritual practice is about. It's about keeping the frequency high. To all you confused, delusional motherfuckers that want to keep trying to demonize anything that I do. I ain't never been an unethical motherfucker person when it comes to my spirituality, and I never will be. But y'all can stop projecting now. Everything that I do is about keeping the fucking frequency high. Why you think I look so fucking good? Because I'm doing good behind closed doors, dummies. So why you keep trying to stop me? I'm clearly not going to stop. And when I'm out of this fucking body, I'm still not going to stop. I'm going to continue to inhabit other people's bodies on earth and tell them, oh, go here. Here go this bad motherfucker. Oh, this organization. Oh, this building. I'ma direct they ass. You ain't never gonna be fucking safe from me. You stupid motherfuckers. For the record. Because I know y'all think so fucking, you're so hell bent on thinking, you know what, if we get rid of her, then that'll just be the end of our problems. Are you dumb? Are you crazy? You're just gonna make me even more powerful because in spirit I can do even more than what I could do in fucking human form. Duh. I am the rebel that you never fucking wanted to see coming because I am the one that in the spirit world I raise fucking hell. I do. I raise hell. Why do you think I got so much fucking favor? Why do you think the Most High favors me so much and is always protecting me and looking out for me? Why do you think I got so many guardian angels on my motherfucking team? Because I'm the one who's sitting up in the motherfucking spirit realm looking at all this shit and fucking disgusted. I hate it. I hate it. I am the one who came to earth with a dream of creating heaven on earth. And you know what? I'm gonna bring that shit to fruition. I don't care who try to stop me. Keep trying. It's entertaining to me at this point. I love confusing the fuck out of you. Every time you come in my energy, it's fun. Because I say you won't stop at nothing. Some of y'all so delusional to the point where you legitimately thought that I was casting spells on you. You legitimately thought that I was doing something to manipulate you, as if you are the fucking topic of conversation, as if you are a person to even be fucking focusing on. If I leave you, if I leave your presence, if I ditch you, if I block you, then that means it's the fuck gone. It's over. I don't ever think about you again until you pop up in my energy. And as soon as you pop up in my energy, guess what I do? I shut your ass out again. The fuck? You think I want you to be attached to me? You think I want you to be obsessed with me? No, I want you to leave me the fuck alone. But since you're not going to do that, stop lying to people. I'm here for truth and justice. You ain't even on my frequency, you dumb motherfuckers. So why would you think that I would sit there and spend any of my fucking sacred energy doing something to you? You're stupid. You dumb. Because at the time that I was in your presence, for any of you stupid losers who've been lying on me, y'all never see me do shit to any fucking body. So all of a sudden, because I'm not in your life, now all of a sudden you want to lie and say, oh, she's doing this and she's doing that. I should slap you. So you better hope I never see you, because I might slap you. Just off the strength. Yeah, I said it. And I don't take it back. I said what I said. I might slap you. And I'll record it just off the strength. I'll go to jail for 1 day of assault. I don't mind. It'll be a slap to remember, because I might slap some sense into your dumb ass. So then you'll never do this shit to nobody else. Because I have a feeling that I'm not your only motherfucking target. I might be one powerful being, but I know that there are others. I've been connecting to them in the spirit realm. Just hope I don't slap you, though. Just for lying so fucking much. Interfering in ways that you had no business to interfere. I might slap you for that. I've been contemplating it lately. Should I just slap him? Should I just pop up at they motherfucking house or they place of business or they work and slap their ass? Just one time. Pow! I mean, slap you so hard that your neck do a 360. It feels good to say it out loud. So I don't know. Maybe this is all I need is just the vision of me slapping the shit out of you. All across the world right now. The wealthy, the powerful folks, they falling from grace. And that's because some people, they're persistent like me. They feel just how I feel, but maybe they don't express it the way that I express it. Maybe they're not saying it on this platform. Maybe they're not doing what I'm doing, but they feel how I feel. And that's the only good thing that I can say about TikTok from this point, from this point, from the point that I got on TikTok until this point now, is that I've been connecting consistently, nonstop with people who are on the same type of time that I am, who are on the same frequency that I am, who are thinking like me, who are sick of this bullshit. But the other shit, it discourages me from wanting to be on any app because it's like I just get so irritated by the consumption of the it's like an over consumption of the same old shit. It's just repeated cycles. We already exist within a cycle as it is. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, winter, spring, summer, fall. That's a cycle. You don't recognize that? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. It's a cycle. The 12 zodiac signs, all of it is a cycle. Why do you think the zodiac wheel is a wheel? It's a circle because it's a cycle. We exist within a cycle as it is. And then we're in another cycle, another fucking repeated cycle of, okay, consume, 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 consume. I don't want to be a consumer. The fuck I want to be a consumer for, especially buying shit that's not helping me to make things better. It don't even help me feel better. This shit is frivolous to me. It always has been. That's why my relationship with money was fucked up for so long because I just didn't see a point in coveting something that just did not make any sense. To like, why am I coveting money? Why? It's energy. It's something that I cannot take with me when I leave. But now, I'm on my big boss shit, okay? And I'm recognizing, like, okay, use this tool as a means to put you in positions where you can help other people. Great. Okay, sure enough. I'll do that. But even then, that is not my core focus because the core focus has to be on the mentality. The mindset got to be right. The emotional got to be healed because how are you going to sustain anything if you don't know how to mentally sustain it? Because you can't even mentally sustain yourself. Because that's what we need right now. We really need to be cultivating a mindset of sustainability, not a consumer mindset. Oh, I want more money so I can have more things. Why? What purpose is it serving? Just so you can glamorize your life and prove that you made something of yourself? That don't prove a fucking thing. I'm the most successful person on the planet in my mind. You know why? Because I healed generational trauma. I overcame things that people have lost their life behind. Having all the money in the world ain't gonna mean a motherfucking thing to me. You know why? Because guess what really matters? My mindset, my ability to truly be at peace, my ability to truly not need validation from any external sources. Why you think it's so easy for me to exist all on my own? People wonder how I survive because I built a mindset that cannot be broken. That's why I get so passionate, so zealous about how I want things to change so bad. I mean, real bad. I want it to change because I be crying behind closed doors. I mean, bawling my eyes out because I feel the pain of other people. I'm sick of all this suffering. It makes me sick sometimes. There are times that I can't even fucking eat because all I'm thinking about is like, damn, I've I've managed to help myself, but like, damn, look at all these people in the world that still need help. Look at all these people. This ain't a game for me, yo. This is my life's purpose. I gotta do something to make shit better, or damn, then I'll fail and I'm gonna have to come back again, and I'm gonna be mad as fuck if I gotta come back again because I don't want to come back here again. I paid my dues. I paid the fuck out of my dues. Trust and believe that. You may not have seen me getting my karma behind the scenes for the shit that I did in previous lifetimes or even the mistakes I made in this lifetime, but trust and believe I paid my motherfucking dues. I ain't never been perfect. But I always held this vision. I've always held this desire in my soul. Becoming misguided because I needed to survive is what put me in some of the positions that I was in the past. But knowing better and flowing better is what put me in the position that I'm in now. This ain't a facade. You can't fake this level of divinity. It's in me, babe. It's in me. That's why sometimes I don't even give a fuck how people are perceiving me on the external because I'm like, you have no idea what's behind this little skiing suit that you see. That's why I'm not impressed by fucking compliments and shit. You think I'm pretty, you think I'm beautiful, whatever the fuck you think. Cool, great, okay. Give a fuck about no attention. Recognize my aura, recognize my spirit, and then maybe we could be talking about something. All across the fucking globe there's inequality. It's not just here in the United States, but it's very, very widespread here in the United States. You know, one common thing across every fucking every state, every country that I notice, it's all underscored by women. The silencing of women. They want to imprison us, whether it's mentally or physically. If we choose to not fall in line and continue on in this patriarchal fucking fucked up ass society. But fuck that. Y'all are losing your power. And that's why it feels like such a crazy power struggle because y'all are losing your power and you're doing anything. You grasping at straws. You doing all type of fucking spells because you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta figure out a way. No, they're getting stronger. Yeah, and we're just gonna keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And every person that try to stop us, better get out the fucking way because we in our own lane. So you gonna get ran the fuck over. No, we not motherfucking slamming on the brakes. You shouldn't have been in our lane. The fuck you was doing right there. The fuck you was doing right there. You wanted to get ran over. You see we was going 100 miles per hour. The fuck wrong with you? You suicidal. That's what it sound like. Fuck this corporate structure shit. Fuck this whole political fucking society. Fuck all the people who stand to benefit, the billionaires who stand to benefit off of the poor, the middle and lower classes. Because at the end of the day, as much as we think this is a race thing, it's really deeper than that. It's all about classism. It is. It's about classism. They only created race in the first place to put us in motherfucking categories so they could even push this agenda of racism in the first place. If we go deeper, though, and look at it from a financial standpoint, we recognize how this really is all about classism. Because you can now be Black, Asian, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Dominican. You could be any fucking color, a brown and black color, right? And you can fucking, I'm gonna say brown color because I hate the word black. I'm gonna be honest. And you can be a billionaire. You could be a millionaire. You could be wealthy. It's not unheard of. Nor was it unheard of at the beginning of time either. Let's be clear, because the first motherfucking the richest people that started this motherfucking world in the first place were Black. Hello? What's happening right now is a force, an awakening. And we have to pick which side we're going to be on. Will we just be the oppressed observers, just watching this all unfold and, oh my gosh, I'm a victim? Or will we be the victors? Will we be the warriors that fight, not just for ourselves, not just for our bloodlines, for the entire collective, and for those that will come after us? Why is nobody thinking about legacy? Why is everybody so focused on just living it up and then getting the fuck on? What sense does that make? What good does it do? Why have a human experience if you ain't gonna take something and make something of it? Why not come to this earth, learn some great shit, and leave the world better when you go? Why come up in this motherfucker just to consume and then go back to being a spirit? That sounds pointless. What was the point of that? Because ultimately, you're just going to come back here again. And who knows what it's going to look like if you don't pitch in and do something to make this shit better. You see all these people being uncovered, being exposed for forced labor and sex trafficking of children. Because we know what's happening with the adults. I done talked about this numerous times over on the Prosperity Portal. But we're talking about the children. And do you know why they're doing this with the children? Because the children they hold the most innocence. Therefore, their essence, their power is even more strong than someone that has been weighed down by the burdens of life, right? Speaking of peanut butter, I need some peanut butter and jelly. That's what I'm craving. Some childhood shit. Now you're gonna see there's like 37 countries or some shit that have refused to do business with the United States. Because remember, the United States is a business. It's like 37 countries that have said, yeah, I'm good. Because it was all because of Trump's tariffs, right? And I knew that was good. When I was looking at this is when Kamala was still running, and I was looking at both of their plans, okay, their plans for the future. And as I was comparing notes, I mean, neither one of them, I didn't like neither one of what they was talking about fully to the full extent. But the tariff situation, I was like, yeah, this gonna be a problem. This gonna be a problem. But I'ma just watch it all unfold. And now look, you know what happens if our major suppliers stop supplying to us? Oh, you think we in a bad situation now? Do you not understand that everything from the food that we get to the fabric and all of our tools is sourced from other countries? And America is just a big bully. But apparently, motherfuckers is bullying back now, and I love to see it. Remind me of me when I was a kid. I said, you know what? I ain't gonna keep being bullied. The fuck, I'm about to start fucking these motherfuckers up, go upside your head too. Who the fuck you think you is, bitch? Like when I had to jump on that girl's back in 5th grade. The fuck, big ass. You gonna come over here? I'm over here playing tetherball. You gonna come over here and try to snatch the tetherball just because I'm little and shit? Oh, I couldn't stand that shit when I was so tiny. I was like, man, I gotta give me some stilts or something. The fuck? Because that's what it was. They seen I was tiny, so they're like, yeah, pick on her. Okay. 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 That's who really built this beast inside of me. How I get so turned up and I could just, yeah, I like that shit though. Because then you could really feel me. You could feel me on an emotional level. Like, damn, she really serious about this shit. Yes, I am. This ain't a motherfucking game. And I know because of all I had to glow through. Shit ain't a game. American getting their ass whipped right now. That's how I really feel. It may look a particular way because of what the media is saying, but ultimately, when I look at it from the big picture for me says, well, things are changing because if you're seeing a cycle of all these spiritual and religious leaders being exposed and going to jail and shit, that means that the wicked are beginning to perish. Okay? They are. They're beginning to perish. Because if that was the case, then we would see more crime, or excuse me, more injustices happening in the media. And we do see that still, right? But we see a lot, or at least I'm gonna say I see, because I pay attention. It's a lot more motherfuckers being exposed. These cults and shit that people thought I was crazy when I started talking about this stuff. They're like, oh my gosh, she's bugging. Yeah, I bet you don't think I'm crazy now, huh? It's not that I was bugging, I was just before my fucking time. People been telling me since I was a little girl, you're an old soul. No, 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 no. They didn't realize how true that really was. I'm an ancient soul. The wisdom that I carry is things that I had no business knowing according to other people, but I carried it because I've been here before again and again and again. And I have a suspicion that my soul mission has always been this right here. But this lifetime, I'm really, really, really studying on business, not distracted by no motherfucking glitz and glam or none of that shit. Because at the end of the day, I've already had those lives. I've experienced that shit before, and it did nothing to feed my soul. For once, I just want to see the world be predominantly good rather than evil. Shit, if we got to get back to the 60s and put everybody on motherfucking LSD and shrooms and shit, so be it. The fuck? We go back to having festivals and hugging on each other. Well, I don't know about all that. But maybe we should start giving people hugs more. Because a lot of people ain't had a hug in a long time and it shows. That's why they so motherfucking miserable and nasty. You be getting shook by my force. I'm just a force to be reckoned with for the sake of all good, for the betterment of all people. I'm not here raising hell so I could destroy people and tear people down. But while I give the motherfucking bad ones a good lashing, fuck yeah. I will verbally cuss their ass out all the time, as much as I can, every fucking day if I have to, until they get it through their thick ass skulls. You ain't bigger than the motherfucking program. We not operating on y'all program no more. Maybe people was doing that before, but I'm just too loud at this point. I'm just too strong at this point. I'm just gonna keep getting in everybody's ear at this point and letting them know the real deal. So all that little side chatter you was doing and all that little manipulating you was doing and trying to turn people against me, that shit ain't gonna work. They listening to me. They hear me. They believe me. They trust me, as they should, because my reputation speaks for itself. I'm going to keep on giving and I'm going to keep on living until I decide I don't want to live no more. Because guess what? It is my choice, motherfuckers. I got the right to choose because I'm actually doing good on this fucking planet. While y'all keep trying to poison people, I won't let you. I won't botch. Watch me. I'm the right type of rebel, man. I'm the rebel that the world needs now more than ever. And I ain't gonna stop. When I get tired, when I feel weary, I rest. That's what I just had to do. I had to get the fucking monkey off my back. It's time for us to stop being controlled. And the first way that we get control, or the way that we get control, no, first way, the way that we get control is through the mind. That's why what we feed ourselves mentally matters. What we choose to consume when it comes to entertainment and anything else, it matters. Don't wake up and turn on the news. I know people like that. That's poison. The news has their own agenda and it's not to actually inform you. It's to keep you imprisoned. Wake up and turn you on. How about that? Heighten your frequency. Be the first voice in your head. Meditate. Say some affirmations. Put yourself on a path to real prosperity. That way you ain't gotta fucking scheme and plot against nobody. You could just create the reality that you deserve. But if you ain't a good human, you don't fucking deserve to experience goodness until you redeem yourself. And some of y'all motherfuckers will never redeem yourself because you really are just rooted in evil. Y'all are just ugh, yuck. You make me sick. We do have an ability right now to put people in positions of power who are actually going to cultivate a civilization, a humanity, a society where people can all thrive, where there's an even playing field for all people. We could do that. We could do it. I put that on everything. We could do it. But I can't do it by myself. People can't just be relying on me. I'm doing everything in my power that I could possibly do, but it takes others too. So all I'm asking you is to stop feeling powerless. Stop feeling hopeless. Stop feeling helpless. And recognize what's within you. Source energy. Source power. And it's up to you. You could choose to use it for good or evil. If you choose it for evil, you probably gonna perish like the rest of these motherfuckers. But if you choose to use it for good, then that's when you'll start magnetizing others who are doing the same thing into your life. And then we can all come together and start building together instead of buying dumb shit like, I just bought a new Maybach. I just bought some new grills. I just bought a new whip. Okay, get the things that you need, obviously, to survive and to maintain your lifestyle, but like, don't go overboard. When you got extra funds, invest that into something that can actually build up a nation. Buy some land, build a nonprofit, start a community garden, start multiple community gardens. Do something where the United States can thrive all on its own, so then people won't keep saying, "Oh, I'm about to go to another country." Hey, I said it. I told y'all, I'm out. Fuck this. I'm good. I don't want it. But also at the same time, this is where I was born. This is what I know. This is what I've adapted to. So, with that being said, I feel like I have a responsibility to, at the very least, do something to build this shit up to be something for all people. And anybody that feels like they don't like that idea, they can get the fuck out. You leave. Since they want to be quick to tell people to go back to their country, bitch, this is our country. Are you dumb? All this is our shit, actually. America, United States would not exist if it wasn't for us who built this shit. Yeah, we the oppressed ones. Fuck no. Absolutely not. I'm not having it no more. Not on my watch. Stop allowing yourself to be controlled and start getting in control of yourselves. Get in control of your emotions. Get in control of your mind. Start small with baby steps. Just little things. Change small little things, little habits. And that will turn into major impact in your life. Those small habits, when repeated over time, they transform you. They lead to big change. We need a major mind makeover right now because of all that has been consumed over time, especially the last 20 years. This shit is heinous. I mean, straight cruel, the shit that we've been enduring and the stuff that we've been exposed to and how much we've been traumatized. And a lot of y'all haven't got no help for it. A lot of y'all don't even realize that you need help. We got to start there with the mind. That is why I do what I do. I don't give a fuck about really telling you about your next relationship and all of that shit. I don't. It's nice to have little readings like we did the other night, but it's not the core of my existence. I want to know, is your mind prepared? Are you capable? Are you equipped with anything that can make a difference? Or are you just another dummy? Divide and conquer. That is the point. That is the strategy. That's all that they care about. Dividing us, keeping us divided. That's the purpose of race. How can we put people against each other? Especially black people being against black people. What should we call ourselves? Because it can't be black people. I'm sick of that term. Like the colorism within our community, this is why we're so divided right now. Because we see a light versus dark. Oh, this light skinned girl, she da da da. Oh, this dark skinned girl. Oh, I don't date dark skinned people. Oh, I don't date. Y'all sound stupid. Y'all sound dumb. Ew. It's giving self hatred. But they did that though. They did that to us on purpose. Because it starts with the whole okay, if you light skinned, you could be in the house as a slave. If you dark skinned, you got to be in the fields. That is what cultivated this whole fucking colorism bullshit in the first place. All I see is dead bodies. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. All I see is dead bodies. I told y'all it was a trigger warning before I even started this shit. At least I did my due diligence. All I see is dead bodies. Like I'm for real. And it makes me think about this dream. It makes me think about this dream that I had as a little girl. And in the dream, it was almost as if it feels like literally some of the other dreams that I talk about when I say I recognize this from my dream as a little kid, recognizing particular bodies of water, for instance, like that time that I was standing at that river with my ex best friend, and I told her I was like, "Girl, I recognize this shit, the bridge and everything." Or that escalator that I seen when I took my real estate license that I was telling y'all about the other day. This visual that I'm seeing right now with these dead bodies, this feels significant to this dream that I had as a little girl when I literally seen all my friends dead under the blacktop. We were on the playground of an elementary school and there were all these dead bodies. It was as if they had been massacred. And some of the other dreams are ringing very true, very loudly in my head right now too, very vividly. I can see the helicopters and the military folks running and shit. I can hear the helicopters. That's how vivid it is. It ain't nothing to be afraid of. It's something to be aware of, to stay enlightened so then you can stay ahead of the game. Cause this is all a fucking game. It's all a fucking simulation. How do you not see this? In order for me to be able to manifest any fucking thing, that means that this is a simulation. As much as we think that we're not in control, we are in control. But at the same time, we still not in control because we're not bigger than the program. But if we know how the program works, you see, if we know how the program works and we work according to the rules of the program, not going against it, we can manifest without consequence. That's the point. That is the point of consciousness. It's not to abuse the power. It's not to abuse the knowledge. It's to use it for the greater good of all and harm to none. But if we're willing to harm others in order to manifest, then we're going to get harmed too. We're going to suffer too. We're going to lose too. Those that covet material things, those that feel extremely attached to material things, they lose them. I would know. Remember losing all my shit when I was moving from my apartment, my very first apartment as a teenager, and moving to Long Beach because I thought I was gonna go to fashion school. LOL. That plan definitely did not turn out the way that I thought, because I returned a couple months later to get my things from my apartment complex, and it was all gone according to them. But what I really think they did is they kept that shit, because I had bought brand new bags, shoes, all type of shit. This is when I had that job when I was working unlimited overtime at the call center. And the fact that they threw all my shit away, oh my gosh, it was devastating. I lost all my pictures. I lost every important thing that meant anything to me. All my documents, my poetry book that I was working on at the time. I would have published my first book by the time I was 21 had I not lost all that shit. Pictures, mementos, just everything gone. That was my first instance. I've had several others after that too. And it sucked. It sucked. But then you know what it taught me? To release my grip. Stop trying to hold on to things or people. Because when you hold on to it, that's when the universe got to remind you, babe, this is only temporary. Snip, snip, snip. That's why it doesn't hurt when I lose people anymore. It's like, okay, well, all right, okay, I'm used to this. I've adapted to that. And so, yeah, all right. So I know people are like, how can you just walk away from me? Because I've adapted. I've trained for this my whole life. It started with my father. The fuck. My bad, Dad. I'm sorry. We cool. We cool, Dad. We cool. He be in the spirit world flipping the table sometimes. Like, why would you say that? I just be fucking with him. We cool. Rest his soul. He had a lot of guilt before he died. I don't doubt that the reason he died with brain tumors is because he was stressed in his whole fucking life. Because he felt like he had failed me. Because my brothers didn't mind. They forgave him. They was always telling me, oh, just come on, sis, just forgive him. I'm like, fuck that, and fuck you too. I'm about to forgive him. The fuck? He lied. He said he was gonna be there. He wasn't. Because all my life I just wanted my dad's approval and my dad's acceptance and my dad's presence in my life. Because I think about the fun that I used to have with him. And how I used to crack jokes on him when he used to eat his damn chicken and he used to eat the damn chicken off the bone. And I'd be like, damn, why you eating like that? You acting like a pig, smacking and shit, licking your fingers, cleaning the bone. My dad said, don't do it, don't do me. But for real, y'all, it starts with our mindset. And we do got to start building community. We can't just do that fake ass bullshit of, oh, we're building community. And then you get into the community and they gatekeeping and shit. They clicking up and shit. They acting indifferent and shit to the people that they told was safe to come into the community. The community ain't even fucking safe. They not doing what the fuck they said they was gonna do. We don't need more of that. We need real, authentic community where everybody could thrive, where everybody has a voice, where everybody could be heard. We need to start contributing to the world in meaningful ways and stop investing in shit that actually don't matter. It depreciates as soon as we get it. This is coming from a person who's had all the things that I wanted in life. I'm trying to tell you, every fucking dream that I ever had as a little girl, from the time I was a little girl to the time I was a teenager, in my adult life, I got those things. Every single thing. I've lived with all the money that I wanted. And instead of wasting it on dumb shit, I put it into my businesses. Unfortunately, I don't have much to show for it yet. Even though it's been years, because on a consistent basis, I have fucking put other people ahead of the program. Trying to save them, trying to pour into them like a dumbass, because I was a dummy. I was a sucker for people. It didn't matter how bad they seemed. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this person got some issues and things like that, but you know, we could help them. We could work on this. We can help them. And then guess what? I had to run. I had to run out, get knocked upside the head with all type of shit. Boop, boop, boop. Ah! I was just trying to help you. That's what your ass get. That's what my higher self always saying. I try to tell you, you didn't want to listen to me. You thought you knew better. You thought you could be a fucking influence of these people. No, love them. The love is gonna change them. No, they're going to try to kill you. Actually, you stupid ass. Woo. So death to the elites. Yeah, they're going down. The billionaires, the politicians, the bakers, the secret societies, yeah, they all going down. The families, that the dynasties, because we be forgetting about that these exist, right? We be forgetting about these corporations that we be pouring our money into, even banks, and because we think we need these things. We are literally we are brainwashed to believe that this is the structure that we are bound to. No, that's a spell. And in order to break the spell, you have to choose consciousness. You have to choose enlightenment. You have to choose to know better so you can flow better. Because if you really think about it, all you got to do is sit down and be like, do I really like working a 9 to 5 where I'm not actually benefiting at all and where I'm actually treated as if I'm just another motherfucking number? I don't like that. Okay, you know what? Well, fuck that then. I'm going to do something about that. Do I actually like being a part of this organization or this church or this whatever, and I'm not actually benefiting from it? What the fuck am I going to church, putting money in the offering every Sunday, and I see the pastor walking in, him and his wife walking in, and they Sunday's best. I mean, decked out, okay, and they Sunday's best. And meanwhile, I got on rags from the Goodwill. I don't think that really makes sense, especially if I'm devoting my life to what you said is going to actually ultimately help me to prosper. I don't see myself prospering. It's been years. What's going on? Y'all gotta wake the fuck up. Keep talking about this. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Jesus said stop lying on him. He never said that. He never said that he was doing this, that, and the third. He was just a man just like you. A faithful one devoted to the Most High, but one that was not blind by the fact that we cannot covet anything. We cannot worship anything as our one and only God or Savior. And I'm talking about the physical, like Bibles. Oh, well, the Bible says, shut your bitch ass up. Who wrote the Bible? Exactly. The fuck up. Well, Moses had said, well, in Ephesians, shut your ass up. I could write a Bible right now and then die. And then people take that Bible into the future and say, yeah, this was the covenant. This was God's word. All it takes is a little bit of flipping of the history. All it takes is a little bit of rewriting and erasing. But we fail to see that because we feel like if we have to think beyond whatever we've been trained to believe, that's too much work. And because if it's in fact not true, and then we choose to rebel against whatever we've been taught because there's a majority that's believing in it, then what does that mean for us? Scary asses, too scared to do something about what you know actually ain't truth. You got so much proof that's been put in front of your face on a consistent basis, yet y'all continuously puppets. Puppets. I know how we can change this shit. I know how we could change the game. But first, it starts with us coming together and letting go of our fucking egotistical ass ways, because y'all still be so pressed about the fact that my delivery ain't the way that you would want it to be. Well, who do you think you are? Why are you saying this? Stupid motherfuckers, because I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. This is tough love. You don't need me to say it's soft and sweet, because when I say it's soft and sweet, you be too cozy. You get comfortable and curl up in your bed and go to sleep. Shit is sick. Fuck the media. Fuck the education system. Fuck the entertainment system. All this shit has been built by the motherfuckers who have continuously oppressed us over the literally the decades, the centuries that we've been around. This is how they've consistently capitalized off of us. And they're laughing in our face. Because the rich keep getting richer and we keep being poor. Well, I'm gonna speak for y'all. I ain't poor. It starts in the mind. If you recognize yourself for who you truly are, then so shall it be. It's not just illusion. It's not delusion. It's fact. I've seen it. I've seen miracles take shape in my life, all because of my mentality and my faith. I don't sit up there and be praying to God every time something is happening, because I recognize that it's within me that the power has been vested in the first place. All of this is a magic trick in order for us to be alive here on this earth. That's a fucking magic trick in itself. Think about it. How do you go from having no form, spirit, to having a form? All by way of coming out of the birth canal? Hmm. Hmm. It's time for a collective awakening. And it is happening. But it's happening too goddamn slow. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm getting antsy. I've been waiting patiently for y'all to catch the fuck up. I'm ready. I've been ready. I've been ready. Because I'm one who's consistently put my money where my mouth is. If I got $10 and you hungry, I got $5 because you got $5 now too, and we both eating. Even if it's just a bag of Cheetos and a drink. The fuck? And motherfuckers who know that, they ain't never gonna forget that. They gonna remember when I had a small amount and I still gave. Well, don't forget that now and moving forward. That shit ain't never gonna change. I'm a generous person because I know that at the end of the day, none of this shit don't matter. So why would I hold on to it as a selfish person? Like, oh no, I want to do for myself first. It's time to resist the old paradigms. These systems that I'm speaking about were built on hierarchy. They were built all for the sole purpose of profiting and controlling the people. So when are we gonna resist? When are we gonna resist? We can start now. We can do that right the fuck now. We can do it right the fuck now. At this moment that you're listening, you could be like, I don't like the way she said it. I'm triggered. Or you can allow yourself to be triggered, because that's okay. It's okay to be triggered. It's a good thing to be triggered, because then you recognize where there's growth that needs to happen. Then you can recognize where there's something that can change. If you're not triggered, then how the fuck are you going to change? How are you going to really truly grow? You can't. You're just going to keep being fucking consumed by illusion. And this is exactly why I'm very choosy about the people that I am around. I do not allow people who are not fucking disillusioned to be around me, because y'all are still living in the matrix and I don't want no parts. I'm good, love. Enjoy. Because clearly you having a good ass time. But for those who are ready to resist, let's rise the fuck up. Let's rise up. Why not? It's not a crime to want to thrive. It's It's not a crime to not want to suffer and to not want to see other people suffering, because I know it's so easy for motherfuckers who are well off to just walk past the people on the streets who are either on drugs because of their circumstances, or who knows what the fuck put them in that position, right? And the people who don't have no food, and the people who have literally been overlooked and treated as inhuman for years. People just walk right on past them. I remember living in LA and seeing people fucking taking shits on the sidewalk or something. My mind would be just shattered consistently. Like, oh my gosh, this is not normal. How the fuck is it normal for homeless people to be sleeping on outside of fucking corporate buildings where they make millions of dollars? And then they go and call the police on these people and be like, you got to get out of here, buddy. Can you give them a couple dollars so they can get something to eat, bitch? Because everybody want to play the blame game and be like, oh, well, we don't know their story and why they're on the streets. Right, you don't. But the point of the matter is they're on the fucking streets. It's because we've chosen to wash our hands of responsibility for others that people are out there perishing now. Because we feel like, oh, well, what can I do? I'm just one person. You know what? And that mentality right there is exactly why we are crumbling as a society. But that doesn't mean that has to be our fate. We can change it at any moment. But the direction that we're heading is not positive. There are definitely people who are putting positive things out into the atmosphere, and a shout out to us. But it's a lot of people that are still it's a lot of people that didn't make it and that won't make it. And I hate that for them. Because at least give them a fighting chance. Now, if they choose to just do nothing with the chance that we give them, hey, at least we tried. But we will never know until we try. We can't just be like, there's nothing I can do. They're on drugs. They love drugs. I don't want to give them money because they're going to get drugs. If your ass was on the street, what the fuck would you be doing? You probably would be doing drugs too. You would probably be figuring out a way to mask the fact that you're sitting in the hot ass heat day in and day out, or the fucking cold, the blistering cold day in and day out. You'd probably be finding something to mask the fact that you're hungry as fuck. Because if you got $20 or somebody walks by and gives you $20, you're not going to go and spend that $20 on a fucking grocery list. You're going to go get whatever the fuck you could get in the meantime, in between time, because you don't know where your next $20 is going to come from. Y'all see people on drugs and you want to laugh at them and shame them. But it's like, you really don't know what brought people to that place. I'm so thankful that I never lost my mind or lost my motherfucking power to the point where I felt like, oh, I got to turn to drugs. I never felt like I had a mask. But I know many people who have felt like that. I'm not saying that I condone what they're doing. I'm just saying I get it. I understand it. Seeing the realities of this world and how fucking cruel people actually are, shit, that would drive me to drink or do drugs too. If I was not as strong as I am, and if I didn't hold steadfast to this vision that I have and this mission that I was embedded with when I fucking incarnated. It's bigger than me. I'm not bigger than the program, but I am a mighty force. I can't save everybody. And yes, at one time I tried. But what I can do is put more information out into the world. It could continue showing up ethically, with integrity, with a good heart, even when I gotta whip that ass real quick verbally. Because it always comes back to love. I can't stand some of y'all, but at the same time, oh, I fucking love you. Because I do not want to be another motherfucker who turns their head and says, who cares? I'm not built like that. And I get so enraged because I wish more people were built like me. I wish more people gave a fuck. It was my softness and my compassion that made people think that I was weak in the first place. It was my generosity that made people think that I was weak in the first place, that I was one that they could just take advantage of. And that's why they did it for so long. I was just people pleasing my way through life, suffering in silence, struggling in silence, consistently. Because in my mind, hey, if I could just help this one person, because what if nobody else helps them? That was always my mentality. That's why anytime anybody has ever done anything kind for me, I'd be so impressed and so fucking grateful because I'm like, wow, there's not a lot of people like you. Unfortunately, though, a lot of those people who did anything kind for me had a motive. Okay? They're like, oh, yeah, I'll help you. Now that you're here, you gotta fuck me. Oh no, for real, that actually happened. That actually happened one time, more than once actually. Well, if I'm gonna help you, what is you gonna give me? Wow. You know what? Just drop me back off at the bridge and I'll just sleep under that. yo, yo, what the fuck? I'm so for real. I'm laughing, but I'm so dead ass. Like, people crazy. Just selfish. Sinister, yo. Or motherfuckers, oh, I'm gonna give you a place to live, but you gotta put up with my abuse, and you gotta shut up and let me lead you. You know what? Matter of fact, just drop me back off on that corner. just put me right back where you found me. I'm good. I don't even need it. I'ma just continue to suffer in silence. It's fine. Put me back on the park bench, bitch. No, it's not even funny because this is real. This really happens to people. I know I'm not the only one that's gone through shit like that. And it was scary going through that shit as a teenager when I legitimately like didn't know what the fuck to do because I'm like, well, I damn sure ain't going back the fuck home. Like, I'm not about to go back home so I can be a punching bag. So I can get verbally abused and criticized and put down all the goddamn time. No, I'm good. Because it was either that or I kill my mother. Yo. Woo. I gotta laugh at the shit now. I wish I could talk to my oldest brother and be like, hey, you remember that time when we was plotting to kill mom? And then he actually tried it. Yo, sometimes you gotta stop evil some way, okay? So he said, I'm gonna put some bleach in her drink. Mm-mm-mm. When she started choking, I was like, is she dead? Is she dead? She didn't die. Then I remember there was a time when we was young, who was much younger, and she caught on fire. She was cussing our ass out, talking hella shit to us and everything. And we just sitting there eating our little top ramen, and she talking all this shit, and she got her back on the stove. She leaning against the stove with her back to get to the stove, which is crazy anyway. Why would you do that? And then next thing we know, she on fire. And we were just sitting there. Listen, it was really giving like flowers in the attic, mommy dearest type shit. Okay, our mother was at no more wire hangers. That was her. Woo. Anyway, what a time! What a time! What a time, yo! To be able to be in this mindset, regardless of what I've experienced, is nothing short of a miracle. And it's proof that some people really are just God's favorite. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So let's build community. Let's first and foremost, before we start trying to build community, because this is why many communities crumble in the first fucking place, because we're not actually building before we do the work. We got to do the inner work first. And in order to do the inner work, you got to have the discernment to recognize when you're being controlled, when these narratives are all about fear mongering, when they're just trying to keep you consumed by propaganda, okay? Where they're just trying to conceal the truth from you, where they're just trying to manipulate you, okay? And then when you could use your discernment effectively, then you can start doing the inner work, right? Focusing on the healing that you need to do, focusing on your own personal transformation that you need to do. Any type of trauma that you've endured, you can focus on starting to move through that, right? You can heal that, right? And then you could build community. Unhealed motherfuckers have no business trying to build community because you ain't even in the right state of mind or emotions to do it. That's why people get all fucking competitive and whatnot. That's why people start trying to prove, oh well, I'm this and I'm that. You notice I ain't never had to do that because I know who the fuck I am. I don't need you to know it. I don't need you to co-sign it. I'm gonna still be who I am and stand on it. That's why when I try to build community and I recognize that I'm building community with the wrong motherfuckers, you know what I do? I just ditched the whole community. I'm out of here. I don't have to take this shit. Goodbye. Call me when you're ready. You really ready to build community. Call me when you're really ready to focus on the heart and not the ego. Because I'm not feeding my ego. I have no need for that. That's how you truly become powerful. When you really cultivate that heart chakra. Inflated egos make you believe that you're more powerful than you actually are when you're moving from your ego and not from your heart. And that's why you fall so fucking harshly. The fall be, oof, ow, I did not see that coming. Exactly. Inflated ego. When you truly start embodying that work that you're doing on the inner, that's when you will start impacting other people. And that's why you should start building community. I believe that, we kind of get misguided when it comes to community. Community doesn't mean bring everybody together. You build communities within the nation. Every community is going to serve a different purpose because certain people are going to resonate with certain people. Not everybody's going to match whatever it is that you're trying to do. Not everybody's going to need whatever services you have to offer. Not everybody's going to resonate with your message, even if it's a universal message, right? Because sometimes the delivery can, that's why I don't expect everybody to listen to my messages. But as the messenger, I deliver the messages without the wanting to know what is going to be the outcome. I don't give a fuck about that. The outcome is going to be that I said what needed to be said, and then I'm gonna keep it pushing. It's time for us to rebel against the system. Are you ready? If you are, there's so much more to talk about. And we could talk about that over at coachomi.com. We could talk about it here. We could talk about it on the Discord. We could talk about it wherever you want to talk about it. I've built multiple places now where you can access the things that I have when it comes to the wisdom and the teaching spiritually and all that. Or, you could stay stuck. You could stay lost. Because there are those who's with it, and we rolling. Okay, we ride it down, Bookie. So if you with us, and if you on what we on, we'll see you when we look at you. And if you ain't, well then, sayonara. Good luck. All right, that's all the time I got. Be safe and stay dangerous.